Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful show, our Week in View. Good afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Lagos State, Nigeria. A beautiful Friday afternoon. So we are summing up the headlines for the week. So we're going to look at headlines from 5th to today being 10th of March 2023. I'm your host, Lee. So do well to like and share this live broadcast because we are live across four channels. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. So anywhere you're joining us from, do well to like and share so that people will get to see some of those top headlines in the world of blockchain and fintech in Africa and the rest of the world. We're going to go for a short break. When we return, I'm going to start with because I have two headlines here. I have two categories of headlines. I have the global headlines and African headlines. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Week in View live on Coin News Extra TV. So let me go straight to the headlines I have here. Number one, there is the headline. There is Russian crypto industry group call for Putin talks. That headline is about the players in the industry, in the blockchain and crypto industry, are looking to have a conversation with Putin, who is the president of Russia. So, according to that report, leaders of Russia's crypto asset and blockchain industry say they want to meet President Vladimir Putin for face-to-face talks about crypto regulations. The media outlet RBC reported that the request was made by the Russian Association of the Crypto Industry and Blockchain and a software developers union named Rusoft. The parties so authored a letter which they submitted to Putin's office and shared online. The parties called on Putin to head a workshop that would agree on the foundations of policy in the field of crypto regulation. The authors asked Putin to allow representatives of the organized crypto community to attend the meeting. So that's it on that particular headline. We'll move to the next headline. The ongoing FTS bankruptcy saga has resulted in a staggering cost of legal fee. So that's about the bankruptcy saga of FTS, the exchange that just crashed last year. That has really affected the crypto industry. So, according to that particular report, the ongoing FTS bankruptcy saga has resulted in a staggering cost of legal fees as reviewed by the recent court filings. In January alone, the total bill for legal work and expenses reached $38 million. Among the firms involved in the case, Suviland and Cromwell has emerged as the biggest beneficiary. As the counsel responsible for discovery, asset disposition, and asset analysis and recovery, the firm submitted an invoice for $16.8 million to cover the 14,567 69 hours of legal works performed in January. So that's it on that particular headline. I'll move to the next headline there, still on the global headlines. So next one there is SEC announced it is taking emergency action against crypto hedge fund BK Coin and its co-founder Kevin Kang for Ponzi-like conduct. So, according to that report, the Security and Exchange Commission (SEC) has announced it's taking emergency action against crypto hedge fund BK Coin and its co-founder Kevin Kang for Ponzi-like conduct. According to a press release from the SEC, Kang's fund raised approximately $100 million from 55 investors between October 2018 and September 2022. The investors were promised that the money would go towards buying crypto, but Kang instead used some of the money for personal expenses and to make Ponzi-like payment, the SEC said. The SEC has now obtained permission to freeze the fund's assets and take other emergency measures against the fund, which is registered in Miami, Florida. So that's it on that headline. So we move to the next headline. NFT may soon be available on Amazon. So according to that headline, Amazon foray into the NFT and Web3 space is eagerly anticipated, with reports indicating that the tech giant is gearing up to launch its new initiative next month. As per source, around 15 collections are expected to be available from the launch date of March 24th under the Amazon Digital Market Marketplace tab. The report said this tab would only be available for US residents at launch. However, it will gradually be open to the rest of the world, including Europe. Reportedly, the launch has been postponed twice due to a recent development in the industry, including the FTS crash. Next to the next headline there is Singapore authorities have launched a probe into DuPont's Terraform's lab, the entity behind now collapsed Terra USD stable coin. So, according to that report, Singapore police have launched an investigation into Terraform Labs PTE Limited, the company behind collapsed lunar cryptocurrency and sister token Terra USD. Bloomberg reported on Monday, citing an emailed statement. So that's according to that particular headline there. So we move to the next headline, still on global headlines. Um, Chinese social media giant WeChat adds support for the digital yuan in its payment app. So according to that report, Chinese social media platform WeChat has introduced support for the state-backed digital yuan in its popular payment app. Over a billion users will now ostensibly you be able to take advantage of fast payments with the digital currency issued by the People's Bank of China. So the largest Chinese social network and instant messenger, which has added China's central bank digital currency to its payment application, with its latest update, the local news outlet, the paper, reported. It is also noted that more than 1.2 billion users will have access to the new features and be able to spend digital yuan, that's the ECNY, to pay for goods, services, and utility bills. In some we get with more use cases planned for the future, including the launch of direct transactions between WeChat users. So that's it on that particular headline. So we'll move to the next one there. Um, Cryptocurrency. Okay, India's CBDC will act. That's still on CBDC and still in Asia. India's CBDC will act as an alternative to crypto, says a Reserve Bank of India official. According to that particular headline, an official of India's central bank, the Reserve Bank of India, that's the RBI, says that the country's central bank digital currency will act as an alternative to cryptocurrency. He stressed that the digital rupee must possess all the attributes of physical currency, including anonymity, uh, that he said. So that's how far we can go on that particular headline. So we move to the next headline. Crypto exchange Bitlatos restores access to users' funds. So Bitlatos was on the news recently, having issues with the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. But this report, Russia-linked cryptocurrency exchange Bitlato has begun processing withdrawals of digital assets belonging to its customers. The trading platform was shut down in an operation carried out by the law enforcement agencies in the US and Europe, alleging that it had been used to launder dirty money. That particular report says. Let's see how that plays out. Um, there another headline that I have here is just after saying Binance will remove all trading fee in March in honor of International Women's Day, CZ makes a U-turn. There was this report and also a chart on Twitter whereby CZ earlier on a show said that he's going to there's going to be transaction fee free for transactions in crypto. But CZ in a tweet replying to a Bitcoin Magazine publication, says Binance is, according to the first report, CZ says Binance is removing all fees for buying Bitcoin and crypto in March in honor of International Women's Day. But CZ, in a U-turn statement on Twitter, said that he cannot remember making such a statement. So that's how far we can go on the global headlines. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we're going to look at the top trending headlines in Africa when it comes to blockchain and fintech. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now, welcome back to the show. It's still Week in View live on Coin News Extra TV. So we've been able to look at some of the trending global headlines. So we're going to come down to some of the headlines in Africa. So let's look at the first headline that I have here. Unstoppable women of Web3 to provide web and metaverse education to 6 million women in Africa. So, according to that report, in a bid to celebrate International Women's Day, Unstoppable Women of Web3, a diversity and education group on a mission to equalize the playing field in Web3, has announced a commitment to provide Web3 and metaverse education for 6 million women in Africa over the next 5 years. The initiative is launching in partnership with over 19 companies, including the African Leadership Group, African Women CEOs Network, Cheaper Cash, NFT Domains, Polygon Labs, Sankora 2.0, Stoppable Domains, Uoma Beauty, and the Virtual Brand Group, along with 17 other companies. So that's how far we can go on that particular headline. It's a very interesting one that we see that this particular group wants to empower and educate over 6 million women in the next 5 years. So we move to the next headline there. So the next headline I have here is Nigerian fintech unicorn Flutterwave denies client account hacking reports. So according to that story, the Nigerian fintech Flutterwave rejected reports suggesting that hackers have stolen as much as $6.3 million from users' accounts. The fintech firm said a routine check of its transaction monitoring system helped to uncover an unusual trend of transactions on some users' profile. The Nigerian fintech unicorn Flutterwave said reports suggesting that hackers stole approximately 6.3 million from client accounts are not true. In a statement it issued on March 5th, the fintech insisted that no user lost any funds and that corrective action taken had in fact enabled it to address the issue before any harm could be done to their users. Flutterwave statement denies the hacking claims, follow the TechPoint report, which suggests that as much as 6.3 million, that's about 2.9 billion naira, had been siphoned from users' accounts. According to the report, the hacking incident is thought to have occurred in an early February, and Flutterwave is believed to have reacted to this by filing a motion to freeze accounts in as many as 27 financial institutions. So that's how far we can go on that particular headline. We move to the next headline that we have here, still on African headlines. Kenyan forest crisis. The central bank of Kenya orders financial institutions to ration dollars. So according to that particular report, Kenya's ongoing forest exchange shortage have reportedly forced the Central Bank of Kenya, the CBK, to instruct financial institutions to impose caps on the amount of forest that business and individuals can purchase. According to a Business Daily report, some financial institutions have imposed caps as low as $5,000 per day. The imposed limit make it difficult for Kenyan manufacturers and importers to meet their obligations. So we move to the next headline. Nigerian crypto leverage searches second highest globally. According to that report, Nigeria had the second highest score, about 94 globally, for searches related to crypto leverage in the past 5 years. The latest analysis of Google searches conducted by Leverage Trading has shown, according to the analysis, Singapore is the only country that has scored the West African nation when it came to searches with an emphasis on transactional searches such as how to leverage trade crypto. So that's it on that particular headline. So we move to the last headline that we have for today. Nigeria's implementation committee on the Startup Act inaugurated. So according to that report, the federal government of Nigeria on Thursday inaugurated the Nigerian Startup Act, that's the NSA implementation committee, to help build the country's innovative ecosystem. Issa Patami, Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, inaugurated the committee in a hybrid event in Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria. So that's how far we can go on that particular headline. We're just summarizing some of the top headlines that happened in the world of blockchain and fintech across the globe and also in Africa. I hope you really understood. It was this particular headlines were really informative. So if we missed any major headlines, maybe we came across some top headlines. If you missed, do well to send them to us. I'll be able to go through them. And also, do well to follow Coin News Extra TV across all social media at Coin News Extra TV to stay up to date with the latest happening in the world of blockchain and crypto and fintech in Africa and the rest of the world. So thank you very much. I know this show comes your way every 4 p.m., every Friday, 4 p.m. West African time. So I look forward to coming your way again with the top trending headlines for next week. For now, bye and do have a beautiful weekend. Thank you.